This is a pop-up for a rain downspout. Of course, it's broken. There's a lawn sprinkler head. It's kind of close to the house, but probably 5 inches. Brick. We've got some torn screens and some worn screens. Paint bottle for the windows. Fresh exterior paint. The kitchen vent fan, you can see a little bit of hail damage on that. That doesn't hurt the integrity of the metal. On the insurance claim, they probably could have gotten that replaced. On our siding, what I'm not seeing, what can I not see, is flashing tape underneath the butt joints. I'm not seeing Z-bar flashing over the window fenestrations. That has to do with the wooden siding, not the brickwork, the wooden siding. These are called control joints, expansion joints, call them what you will, about every 30 feet. We know we're in North Texas, we know the land's going to move. This is a control joint, just like the control joints in the street. We know the street's going to move. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to have it. The rain gutter should divert the water at least 10 feet away from the structure, not just right there. One way to do it is with the underground pop-outs. Of course, you can see if they need maintenance. This is too close. Wood mulch next to the house. Where do termites live? In the ground. Oh. What do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. Oh. It's called a clue. Termites love that stuff. They love the bushes next to the house. They just do. Moving on along. We've got over 80 psi, too much water pressure to the house. There's a meter over there. Main water shutoff valve right there. Clean outs are right there. This is our front porch. We're missing a couple screens. Maybe torn, missing. I guess I'm gonna have to start taking some notes. We can do that. We're note takers. Torn 1, miss 2. Okay. A little wood mulch, a little close to the house right there. We got some cut stone right in here. We got our repos over our fenestrations. This is good. Good, good, good. These rings have rubber backs on them, so good. This is good. This is exterior luminary, and it's been sealed to help water from getting into the wall. Got a little bit of parge coat. Parge coat is like a cake frosting. Okay, just because the cake frosting is cracked doesn't mean the cake is cracked. Just because the cake frosting is not cracked doesn't mean the cake's not cracked. It's just a decorative frosting. This is called an expansion joint, unlike the control joint. This wood's acceptable, except that it rots, it bows. Termites like to eat that. This is our garage, and I just want to stop this for a moment. Not stop it. There is storage under this car. In order for me to get over there, I had to move some things under there. Do not move this car without looking underneath it. I left a note stating so. Moving on along, now we're on the east side of the house. That was the south side. Rain gutter does not divert water far enough away. Again, satellite dish should not be installed directly on the roof. Siding too close. And we got some roof videos over here where I talk about, speaking of siding, we got some roof videos coming up or have already come and gone. Rain gutter's too close to the edge. There's supposed to be an inch gap, and there's supposed to be kick out flashing above that. I'm getting a little mud over here. The grading and drainage is pretty poor on this side of the house. If you can look at it, if you can see mud like that, you know that you got pretty much poor grading and drainage. We're going to cut through the house here a little bit because we're cutter throughs. Yeah, we are. This is the attic access. It requires a ladder and some dexterity. This door should have a self-closing spring on it. This home is heavily perfumed. And coming on through. This window is etched up from the dog scratching on it here. Kind of decorative, I guess. Is that what you call that? Okay. Moving on along. We've been having some barbecues and things going on. There are a lot of dog turds in this yard. Watch your step. There are landmines everywhere. Maybe this should be cleaned up before taking possession of the property. I don't know. It's not what I do. Rain gutter does not divert water far enough away from the structure. We got moss growing over here. This luminaire, I wanted to come over because unlike the front, it's not sealed to help prevent moisture infiltration getting into the wall. Now look at that beautiful stain going down there. You know what made that stain? Water made that stain. We don't have kick-out flashing. We don't have a rain gutter. The water comes down here. It goes on the flat brick. Comes down here. Brick is a wonderful building material. This home can burn down. You can reuse the brick. It's a great insulator, both for temperatures. There we go. Both for temperatures and noise. But a characteristic of brick that we all know is this porous. Water goes right through it. So we design, architecture is regional. So we design it so that we have weep holes, so that any moisture, we have a drainage plane behind the brick. Any moisture that gets in there migrates down there. Most of the time it's just going to be water vapor. You're probably not going to see, having a vent. I hope not. But water can come out of there. But that's what it's there for, is to, manage moisture. This home wasn't built to manage this much moisture. This wall stays wetter longer than this part of the wall and that part of the wall. Which part is going to fail? Which part is going to rot? Which part's going to cause you all the grief and misery? This is called a clue. It's called a clue. And we'll walk around this excuse me. Moving on along, still vinyl windows, still take a look, soffit vents. This vent right here, by the way, that's your fresh air induction vent for your air conditioning system, because this is a tight house. And so we need to bring fresh air in so we have a healthy home. And that helps us achieve that. Now, in some parts of the country, they do not have screens on these because they could freeze over and starve your furnace. But we don't have that kind of problem here. We got problems with birds. We're supposed to have screens on our fresh air induction vents. We're supposed to have that. Then moving on along, around the racetrack, coming along, more windows, more windows. These windows, if you'll see that they're up against the freeze boards, fascia freeze boards, soffit boards, these windows do not require to have cap flashing like the other windows. At the very beginning of this video, when I was first talking about those windows, I was talking about those windows. I wasn't talking about these windows. So we got the same problem over here with our fireplace. See those stains right there? You know what made those stains? Water made those stains. Water's been in the brick. See how close the rain gutter is to that? Water's been in there a long time. Water's going to be in there a lot more. The more water that's in there, the more wood that's going to rot around there. That's got a potential problem, latent problem. Is there a problem behind there right now? Maybe not. Maybe not. This is kind of interesting. That box right there, that's for your solar panels. That's how you can hook your solar panels up and get some juice. I'm not seeing any hooks for these guys. These are your solar panels over here. Not yours, I guess, but anyway, these are the solar panels in question. But there's the juice box right up there. Right up there. Check you out, buddy. Juice box, juice box. Okay, it's my understanding that there's going to be some kind of arrangements made in regard to the solar panels. I don't know if they're going to be installed completely. I don't know if they're going to be removed completely. I don't know if they're going to be removed partially. I know that they have not been removed completely. I know that we got parts that are still sitting around, just waiting. We're moving on along. This is the fresh air induction for your fireplace. Oh. How about this? Good home inspection. Then we've got our pagoda over here, and it's got the casement around it, so I can't see if it's been installed with stands or not. It's not actually attached to the structure. So honestly, this is beyond the scope of this inspection. Looks like it was manufactured. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I can't find a lot of things wrong with it. Looks like it's going to stand around for a while. Okay. But also, I have to notice that this is not attached to the structure. It's attached to the patio. Maybe. But again, I can tell that it was designed. I have trouble with these designs, to be honest with you. But they work. They work. But we've only got 2 fasteners, so you can get a teeter-totter effect. I was always raised that you should have 3 fasteners so it triangulates and makes it stiffer. But no further than this thing is apart, the thing that I was always raised is the post. Now these posts are nice and big, but posts aren't usually supposed to be farther apart than 8 feet. And these obviously are farther apart than 8 feet. But it was obviously, it came as a kit. It was built as a kit. So there's that. Moving on along. This light's sealed, but the other light's not sealed. This door is installed inside out. Alright, what do you mean inside out? I mean the hinge pintles, that's the word of the day. Pins, pintles, they're exposed, so somebody could pop the pins out and then wedge the door out. And to be honest, they're probably just going to break the window and walk on through. They're probably not going to waste their time on that. I'm going to come up inside of here just to take a look. And now I'm going to have to back up a little bit because, not on all of them, but if you look at this pin, you see a set screw in there. And you come in this pin, you see a set screw. So in order to take this pin out, you have to open the door. So anyway, that was a conversation that wasn't completely necessary. This is, we got a little bit of storage back here, and this is kind of where we ended up.